Imran Khan here for Seconds Out with. Once again, thank you for the interview in Riyadh, Joe, for your time. Gentleman, Joe Parker just finished their press conference with Fabio Wardley. Joe, just your overall takeaway from what you heard from Fabio, the signals he was sending in the press conference. What did you think?
Yeah, when you listen to him speak, he has that belief in himself, and he knows that this is a big challenge, a big step up. But if he never believed in himself and backed himself, he wouldn't take this fight. I still feel like in this fight, I'll have a lot more experience, and I will lean on to that. But we both do possess power. Obviously, his one's with the knockout ratio that he has, and percentage is a lot higher. But he is going to be a great challenge and a great fight for me to look forward to.
Fabio was a New Zealander. How would the New Zealand population view him?
If he was a New Zealander? New Zealanders are very supportive. But I've never really felt a crowd like the UK crowd. Like UK crowd, Irish crowd, it's another level.
The reason I asked that is I was just asking him about some of the achievements he's had since, of course, the white-collar background keeps being brought up. And I was saying to him, do you kind of feel sometimes if you were born in a different era, you'd get a little bit more plaudits for your background because, fighters back in the day, heavyweight division, came from all sorts of backgrounds, and someone with the background of his shouldn't really have been...
Listen, if he came from New Zealand, it's very, like, we've got 5 million people there compared to how many people here. So I feel like if you're from that side of the world, say Australia or New Zealand, Samoa, or any of the islands, it'll be a lot harder to make it. I feel like it.
In terms of knockout power, you fought Deontay Wilder, who's been heralded as that fighter that in this generation has the knockout concussive power over everyone, but maybe Fabio Wardley is vying for that position. Do you feel he's a more powerful puncher than Wilder presented himself to be?
I think it's quite hard to say. I mean, Wilder fought a lot more top heavyweight fighters and also defended his belt so many times. And is he the same Wilder? Not too sure. But Fabio does have that, on BoxRec, that percentage of knockout, power that he possesses. So we're going to find out on the 24th of October if he can put, that power together with another top fighter.
That fight with Justice Huni, of course, was a real torrid affair for him until he found that punch that ended the fight. When you look at that as someone who's in the opposite corner to him, do you see that as someone who's a wounded animal?
No, not wounded at all. Like, he's young. He's young. He's got, he's younger than me. What is he, 30 years old? Mm-hmm. So he's young, and even though he wasn't leading the fight, he found a way to win. And he's had his rest. He's had his time to recover. He's had his daughter recently. So, and then now he's got this big challenge in front of him. So I think he's going to be ready for it.
What did having, like Fabio has, his first child, what did that do to your mentality, being a boxer? What did it change for you?
Extra drive, extra motivation, extra push. And, you want to fight for your family, and it just makes it that much more special, going into camps, preparing well, and then winning a fight.
The big thing that we talked about was your frustrations last time of getting a fight first of all and then getting a world title opportunity. Do you believe that you get the win as you plan to do against Fabio Wardley, that you will take on Oleksandr Usyk in the ring?
I don't think. I think whatever Usyk does, he's going to do. So even if I win against Fabio Wardley, he might not even take that fight. So I'm just going to focus on who's in front of me, and I'm going to just keep fighting as often as I can. Fabio Wardley, win this fight, then I'll see what's next.
Does it matter to you to get that fight with Usyk?
It'd be nice to, but I have no control over it, so I just don't even think about it.
Yeah, I know you've been asked this a couple of times now, but that video with Oleksandr Usyk dancing, and you mentioned that you liked his dancing, but the issue at hand was the back injury, which caused the... Yeah, there you go. It's good. Don't tell me you tried it.
No, I didn't try it, but I saw it recently. I was like, oh, these are good dance moves. No, listen, just looks like he's enjoying himself and just having fun, and he deserves it after being busy in the ring, and when he's ready to come back, he will.
But do you not go like back injury, kind of thing?
He was like upper body movement, lower body movement. The back wasn't really moving a lot, so I don't know. Who knows?
All I thought was it required every single limb connected to the back to be able to execute that dance. But maybe it'll be a subject of one of your call outs in the future if you can replicate those dance moves. But yeah, we'll wait and see what happens with Oleksandr Usyk in the future. Obviously, names that you've been linked with in the past. Actually, before I get to that, I just wanted to mention something about you, Joe. I was looking through your box rec and some of these names that you fought: Andrew Ruiz, Anthony Joshua, Dylan White, Derek Chisora, Joe Joyce, Deontay Wilder, Zhilei Zhang, Martin Bakoli, all these fighters, one thing in common: before you fought them, they were in maybe you can say better positions than you were, but you're now in a better position. So they're maybe about the same with Derek Chisora. Why do you think you have that lasting power over those fighters?
You know, like the fighter I am now is totally different to the fighter I was before, right? And so now I have this, like, I enjoy everything I do. Like the challenge of locking the fight and then working in camp and then coming up with a game plan, like all of this is, I love it. I love it that much that I put in the work every single day and I enjoy it and make the most of it. And I've been given another opportunity to fight a serious fighter in Fabio Wardley. So I'm going to go out there and show why I still belong at the top.
Fabio suggested that the difference between you and the fight and the version of you in the past was that you brought in Andy Lee. I don't want to take any credit away from Andy Lee, but would you feel there's anything more that's changed you?
Andy Lee, George Lockhart, and then myself putting all the work, and I got the perfect formula that's been working and working and working, and it's still going to work on the 25th of October.
Final things, Joe. Moses Tam is the name that's been linked with you. Would you feel that that's a fight for you if you get the win over Fabio?
Any fight and every fight. He's a great talent, and he's highly ranked, and he keeps proving himself in the ring. And you know, you can only fight who's in front of you, and he's been doing so and looking well.
Daniel Dubois is on the comeback trail, of course. Famously, didn't have that fight with yourself. Do you think you'll get Daniel Dubois in the ring in the near future?
Yeah, that's just, I think, was unfinished business, but that fight can be talked about later on.
Can I get your thoughts on Canelo versus Crawford as well?
Canelo versus Crawford. That's this weekend, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's going to be a fantastic fight. I can't wait to see it. You know, Crawford can, like, the way that he fights southpaw and orthodox with ease and with, like, the smoothness, right? But then you got Canelo, the bigger man. He's powerful. I don't know who to call.
When you're in with a bigger man, how do you counteract it from your experience in your career?
When you're in with a bigger man, it takes heart and it takes will and it takes, you know, a good chin, skill set to be able to not be hit by the bigger man or with bigger power. So, you know, I think Crawford is a special fighter, but you got Canelo who's, you know, he's also very special himself.
Joe, I'll leave the final word with yourself. October 25th, what happens in the ring?
Parker win, and Parker's going to get some chicken wings.
Joe, pleasure. Thanks again.